Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack the code on two of the most confusing verb tenses in English, the simple present and the present perfect. And I promise, by the end of this short explainer, you are going to feel so much more confident about when to use each one. So, let's jump right in.
So, have you ever been in that spot, just pausing for a second, wondering, should I say I work here or I have worked here? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. This is probably one of the biggest points of confusion for English learners. But here's the good news. The rule is actually way simpler than you think, and we're going to break it all down together right now.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get the basic meanings down. Then, we'll look at the simple formulas for building sentences. After that, we'll see them in action, follow a quick story, and wrap it all up with some awesome tools to help you remember everything. Nice and easy.
All right, first things first. Before we get into all the rules, let's get to the very heart of what these tenses are actually for. Understanding their main job is the most important step.
Okay, so let's start with the simple present. Think of this tense as being all about the now. It's for things that are generally true or that happen over and over again. We're talking about your habits, like I drink coffee every morning, your daily routines, and just, facts, like the earth goes around the sun. So if you ask yourself, what do I do usually? The answer is going to be in the simple present.
Now, the present perfect is a different animal. It's like a time-traveling bridge, right? It connects something that happened in the past to right now, to the present moment. We use it for life experiences like I have seen that movie, or for something that just happened and has a result now. It basically answers the question, what have you done in your life so far?
Okay, you guys, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this slide. This is the golden trick. Just think of it like this. The simple present is your daily diary. It's all about what you do every day, your habits, your routine. I drink tea. Simple, right? But the present perfect, that's your life resume. It's the collection of all your experiences up until now. I have visited 3 countries. Daily diary for routines, life resume for experiences. Got it? Let that sink in because we're going to come back to it.
All right, so we get the why. Now let's get into the how. How do we actually build these sentences? Don't worry, the formulas are super simple, I promise.
For the simple present, it's really straightforward. Let's break it down. For a positive sentence, you just need the subject and the verb. For example, she plays football. Easy. For a negative sentence, we just add do not or does not, so it becomes she does not play. And to ask a question, we just start with do or does. Does she play? See? It's that simple.
Okay, now for the present perfect. There are 2 magic ingredients you always need. Have or has, plus something called the past participle. That's just that third form of the verb, like eaten, seen, or in our example, played. So, she plays becomes she has played football. To make it negative, just add not. She has not played. And for the question, we start with have or has. Has she played? The key is always have or has, plus that third verb form.
Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. We've got the meaning, we've got the formulas, now let's put it all together and see when to use them in real life. This is where it's all going to start making perfect sense.
So when do we pull out the simple present? Well, for our habits and routines, right? I wake up at 7 every day. For general facts that are always true, the sun rises in the east. For permanent situations, things that don't really change, he works in a bank. And even for fixed schedules, like for a train or a bus, the train leaves at 8 p.m. It's all about what's regular, factual, and true.
And we use the present perfect for a few key jobs. First, for life experiences, when we don't say exactly when it happened. I have visited Chennai. Next up, and this one's a biggie, for something that happened in the past but has a result right now. Like, I have lost my keys. What's the result? Well, I can't get in my house now. See that connection to the present? We also use it for things that started in the past and are still going on. She has studied English for 5 years. And finally, for really recent actions, I have already eaten.
Okay, everybody, listen up. This is probably the #1 mistake that almost everyone makes, so I really want you to hear this. You absolutely, positively cannot use the present perfect with specific time words from the past, like yesterday, last week, or in 2010. Saying, I have seen him yesterday is just wrong. Because yesterday pins the action to a finish time, you have to use the simple past. I saw him yesterday. Just remember, if you say exactly when, the present perfect is a no-go.
Okay, to really see how these 2 tenses play together in the real world, let's check out a quick story about a guy named Ravi. This is going to make it all crystal clear.
So first up is Ravi's routine, his daily diary.
Notice the verbs. He lives in Coimbatore. Every morning he wakes up, he drinks tea, and goes for a run. He works as an engineer, and he likes his job. It's all simple present, because this is his everyday thing. This is his normal life. But now, let's switch gears and look at his life experiences, his life resume. He has lived in 3 different cities. He has learned 3 programming languages. And this year, he hasn't taken any holiday yet. All of these are experiences from his life up until now. We don't know exactly when they happened, and that's the key. It's a perfect example of the present perfect in action.
Awesome. Now, to wrap things up, I want to give you a couple of cool tricks to stick in your grammar toolkit. These are going to help you get it right every single time.
So, here's a little cheat code for you. Sentences often have clue words or signal words that basically tell you which tense to use. If you see words like every day, usually, often, or always, that's a huge hint to use the simple present. But if you see words like already, just, yet, ever, or never, that's your signal to use the present perfect. These little words are like your secret guides.
And just to put it all side by side one last time, let's look at this chart. For a habit or routine, it's simple present. I play cricket every Sunday. For a life experience, that's present perfect. I have played cricket many times. For something with a result now, present perfect again. I have broken my phone. And what about a specific time in the past? That's simple past. I played yesterday. And remember, present perfect is absolutely wrong there.
So you might be thinking, okay, I get it, but how do I make it stick? Well, I've got a super simple practice hack for you to try tonight. Before you go to sleep, just think about your day. First, say 3 sentences about your routine, using the simple present. Something like, I brush my teeth twice a day. Then say 3 sentences about things you did or experienced, using the present perfect, like, I have finished my homework today. If you do this every day, I'm telling you, your confidence is just going to skyrocket. Thanks so much for joining me, and happy learning!